Zenless Zone Zero has been an amazing game so far. There's actually a good number of characters already in the game, and they all have their own specialties. In this video, we're gonna break down Nicole Demara, everything from her kit all the way to her best build to maximize her potential. Grab yourself some Cheetos and let's do this. First things first, let's discuss Nicole's kit. She is an A-rank ether attribute unit who specializes in support. Being the leader, she is also a part of the Cunning Hairs faction, consisting of her and her sister Anby, Billy Kid, and Nekomata. Starting with her basic attack, Nicole will unleash 3 strikes, all dealing physical damage. That's pretty much it for this one, not much to report. However, after using any of the other attack moves in her kit, Nicole can reload, which will enhance her basic and dash attacks. This will also increase the power of her bullets. Moving on to Nicole's special attack, Sugar-Coated Bullet. Without energy, Nicole will unleash a ranged strike against enemies in front of her, dealing ether damage. Her anti-interrupt will also increase during the skill. After she uses this move, she will reload, which as we know, will enhance her dash attack and basic attack up to 8 times. Nicole's EX special attack is the Stuffed Sugar-Coated Bullet. This is a much stronger version of the special without energy, generating an energy field that will pull enemies towards the center, dealing ether damage. The very cool thing about this move is there's a couple of hidden things you can do. First, if you hold down the attack, you will charge the blast. This will deal bonus damage before releasing that gravity field to all enemies that are very close in proximity to Nicole. When this skill hits an enemy, a quick assist can be triggered. This will automatically also reload to enhance that basic and dash attack up to 8 times. But wait, there's more! What if I told you a super secret with this EX special attack? Yes, I know that's why you're subscribed to the channel after all, and if you haven't, there's the button. Anyway, Nicole's EX special attack has secret inputs that you can do while charging the move, which will change its animation. While this doesn't change the effect of the move, it's a very cool hidden bonus that the devs put in. For instance, if you do a 360 on your joystick, keyboard, or whatever you're playing with, while you hold the charge, Nicole will sit on her briefcase while firing the blast. Isn't that neat? I'll post a link to a video showcasing these in the description. Nicole's ultimate is called Ether Grenade. When your decibel rating is at maximum, aka 3000, you can press Q. This will unleash a powerful ranged attack, hitting enemies in a small area. Similar to her skill, this will generate an energy field that pulls mobs to the center, dealing ether damage. When she uses the ultimate, all other squad members will regenerate 10 energy. Additionally, the next character who switches in will get an additional 20 energy. This is gonna be really useful to get out those EX special attacks much sooner on some various units. Nicole is fully invulnerable while using the skill and will also trigger a quick assist option, and it automatically reloads for that basic and dash attack. You get the picture. The last thing, and perhaps the most important thing in Nicole's kit, is to discuss her core passives. Mechanical Case states that when she hits an enemy with special, EX special, chain attack, or ultimate, Nicole will reload, enhancing her basic and dash attack. We already knew that. But wait, there's more! When these enhanced bullets or energy field hit an enemy, the target's defense is reduced by 20% for 3.5 seconds. Basically just for doing the reload, Nicole has a really good bit of support here with that sizable defense drop. Hair of Many Burrows is her additional passive. This will activate when another character in her squad shares ether attribute or is also a part of the Cunning Hairs. This states that when her first passive Mechanical Case applies that debuff, the defense drop, to the enemy, all squad members deal 25% more ether damage to the target for 3.5 seconds. Basically, when these two passives work in tandem, not only are you getting that defense drop, you're also getting a 25% ether damage increase for your whole party. This is going to be really insane for a full ether team, and we so happen to be getting a very strong DPS in the ether attribute very soon. Now some of you may be wondering, okay Mogul, but why talk about Nicole now? It's already been over 2 weeks since the release, so what gives? Well, my friends, the answer is very simply because of Zhu Yuan. And of course, if you want a full Zhu Yuan guide, check out my latest video. Nicole is a very strong support by herself, but when she finds herself on the Cunning Hairs, or even better an Ether team, her passives and abilities increase by a lot. Because of her kit and the build we will discuss in just a bit is so centered around Ether attribute, now is the perfect time to talk about her and the various team strategies. In this regard, once Zhu Yuan comes out, she will literally bounce up a whole tier on the tier list in my opinion. As for Nicole's team synergies ideas, they are fairly simple and straightforward. Starting with the basic Cunning Hairs team you get, she will most likely be the best support you have, unless you have Rena, who is a more universal support in many ways. Then again, Rena cannot meet her passive as easily unless you're using A and B as well. Since Nicole is more focused around Ether, while she still is amazing in the Cunning Hairs team, she will fare even better with her best friend, Zhu Yuan. The Police Lady's release in a few days is going to be amazing for the underrepresented Ether attribute. Nicole will undeniably be the best and easiest support to get for Zhu Yuan's team, and will in fact be extremely easy to get to Mindscape 6 since she is a free character and an A rank. Zhu Yuan's damage will increase by a hefty margin if you're using Nicole optimally. It will also be really safe to say that this Ether team will instantly become a top 2 team, contending with of course the trademark Ellen team. These will of course be the best 2 teams for the end game, and fun fact, Shiyu Defense 10 consists of needing 1 Ice and 1 Ether, which is pretty hard to meet right now since we don't have any Ether DPS. But that's enough of all of that, because now it is finally time for the good stuff you've all been waiting for. That's right, it's time to build Nicole Demara the right way. Starting with the W engines, her best in slot is actually going to be Weeping Cradle. This one is extremely wordy, but let's break it down. While off the field, Nicole's energy regen will increase by 0.6 per second. Nicole's attacks will enhance the squad's damage against the attacked target by 10% for 3 seconds. But this can further increase by 1.7% every half a second, up to a maximum of 10.2%. Repeating these triggers will refresh the duration but not add damage, so basically it'll just take some buildup. That was a lot of mumbo jumbo and percentages and stuff. Basically just remember that she gets energy regen, and her attacks will cause her squad mates to do a lot more damage percent. Her next best option is the Vault, which is the signature light cone that was made for her. When Nicole deals ether damage with her EX special attack, chain attack, or ultimate, every squad member's damage against that target increases by 15%, and Nicole's energy regen by 0.5 per second for 2 seconds. Because of the low duration, it's going to be a lot better when you S5 it later in the game as we pull more. But do not fret, because there is 2 B rank budget W engines for her. Reverb Mark II is the first one, and it states this: launching an EX special attack or chain attack increases all squad members' anomaly mastery and anomaly proficiency by 10 for 10 seconds. This can trigger once every 20 seconds. Reverb Mark III is the other one. Launching a chain attack or ultimate increases all squad members' attack by 8% for 10 seconds, and it can also trigger once every 20 seconds. Obviously these are really good to S5 since they are B rank, and they will definitely help out if you need them in a pinch. To be honest though, there really isn't any bad support W engines for Nicole. The order I did mention features just the high end and then some budget options as well, but there's tons of honorable mentions in the entire support category. Moving on to disk drives, there's actually a pretty standard option for almost every support unit in the game. This option is of course the 4-piece set of Swing Jazz. Energy regen increases by 20%. Also, launching a chain attack or ultimate increases all squad members' damage by 15% for 12 seconds. If you're starting to see a common theme here with most of Nicole's moves or her chain attacks, ultimates, etc., there's a lot of damage increasing and ether damage increasing and a whole lot of other stuff going on. For 2-piece sets to combine, there's a few different options. Hormone Punk will increase Nicole's attack by 10%. Chaotic Metal will increase her ether damage by 10%. These are both going to be really good options if you want more personal damage on Nicole. Soul Rock is an option if you want more defense, as it'll increase by 16%. but my personal choice is for the anomaly proficiency of Freedom Blues. It'll increase by 30. If you do run that Freedom Blues 2-piece, that anomaly proficiency will lead to more corruption, which is ultimately going to be more damage and goes really good with Nicole's Mindscapes. The last thing about the build we need to discuss is her Bangboo. For the Cunning Hairs team, you're going to want to use 1,000,000, that's their best in slot for that. But there's two amazing options for the Ether team. I actually just pulled Razanabu from the banner in preparation of getting Zhu Yuan. This just gives a ton more anomaly buildup when there's 2 or more Ether attribute characters in your team. The second choice is the A rank Devil Boo, who does about the same thing, although a little bit less anomaly buildup percent. Either way, you shouldn't have too difficult of a task to get a really good Bangboo for whatever team you're going to use Nicole in. But let's do a quick review of why Nicole Demara is such an underrated unit. She focuses a lot on promoting ether damage and damage percent as a whole, but ultimately also has those defense debuffs built into her kit. This makes it so she can be universally used, but her favorite team is going to be the ether team led by Zhu Yuan in just a few days. Secondarily though, her friends in the Cunning Hairs will also be a really good team for her. Building Nicole also has some leniency as we saw with those disk drives, at least for the 2-piece sets. Be prepared for when Zhu Yuan releases and Nicole gets a lot more usage. We're going to be seeing a lot more of her. And that's everything you need to know about Nicole Demara. So let me know what you think about her and Zenless as a whole in the comments below. Also, are you going to be pulling for Zhu Yuan? And feel free to tell me how to improve these guides for next time, as I want to eventually go through the whole cast as well as future characters. In the meantime, like the video if you enjoyed it or it helped in any way. Subscribe for more Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, and more Gacha content. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and remember, all it takes is one pull. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.